How is everybody doing? How is everybody feeling? Comment below, or you can keep it to yourself, but check in with yourself. You can keep it to yourself, but check in with yourself. Anyways, I just wanted to pop up on here because, like how I do with most of my Mojo's Motivational Mondays, is to freestyle the topic, but I do like to come up with the topic before I go into the freestyle, in which I will marinate on that topic, and then the day that I record it, I'm just gonna go right into it. So the topic today is get out of your head. Now, this may not apply to you, maybe it does. Um, So if it doesn't apply to you, then it doesn't. You don't have to force it, but get out of your head, whatever that means to you. A lot of us who maybe internalize a lot of things, and that can be a good or bad thing. But eventually, you want to release that, whether if it's writing about it, talking about it, expressing yourself in other artistic ways, whether if you're dancing, drawing, whatever it is, but you want to get it out of your head. And this goes for ideas too. Get it out of your head. We think about things, we internalize them, and it's your head, your mind, your brain is it's there for a reason, but you don't want to live there, you don't want to stay there, you want to use it as a guide. We have all these different tools and resources, and when it comes to our bodies, we have three brains. We have our belly, our heart, and our mind. Now, how you utilize them is all up to you. Hopefully you figure out the best way to use it for yourself, but whatever that is, get out of your head. You know, um, Especially if you tend to get down on yourself a lot. Um, a lot of us can be, kind of hard on ourselves. We want things to go a certain way. Um, or maybe we're afraid of failing, so we may not try things as much because we're afraid to fail. Um, but the thing is, if you don't get out and do those things, then you know, are you even living? Are you even living? You have to, or not have to, but you should want to consider different ways you can get out of your head. Now, you may do something completely different than other people, and that's okay too. You want to keep in mind of what works for you. What works for me may not work for you. What worked for you may not work for me, and that's okay. That is definitely not what this is about. This is just to encourage people to get out of their mind on whatever it is that they want to do, and to not live in a place of doubt or fear. You know, um, of course, it's natural to have those feelings. We all have those feelings. All of us do. We're human. We're feeling a way, but it's also perspective. Sometimes you can have those doubts or fears because maybe it's a different type of energy. Maybe instead, it's actually excitement. You know, like what if you get nervous about something and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't want to do it. Push yourself to do it. Push yourself to do it. I would want you to create like a monthly challenge for yourself. This has helped me, and this was just a random thing I started doing. And, I think I became inspired, just from reading and listening to other people's stories. And one of the books that I read, this was so long ago, but it was maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. But the book is called um, the Yes Year. I think I might be saying the title wrong, but it has Yes in there by Shonda Rhimes. And she expressed how she dedicated a time for herself to say yes to different things that are coming her way. Things that she would usually say no to, she would say yes. So, one, out of all the things that I've been through on a personal level, and then reading that many years ago, it wasn't until recently I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Whatever it is, I'm gonna go for it. I'm not going to think myself out of it. And the reason why I was thinking like that is obviously you're probably not in a good space, and it could be in your environment, it can be a mental space, whatever it is. But then, and I kind of referred to this before, once you start eliminating certain things and removing those negative things from your life, you start opening up to other things that you may not have understood or noticed before because you were distracted by the other things that were taking from you or removing you from the things you need to be aligned with. So always start with that. Always start with, well, where you start with yourself now. If something is hindering you from doing something, you need to eliminate that. It has to be gone. Now, whatever that thing is, you have to figure that out. But there's something that's holding you back. So you want to eliminate those things. So, you want to give yourself a clean slate. And then, when things come up, I feel like automatically you're going to be drawn to those things. You got rid of the negative things, the toxic things, people or job or whatever it is. Um, for me, a recent thing is me stop working for other people as far as being a trainer and a yoga teacher. Um, and it was interesting to me because I was in this workshop a couple of days ago, and the mentor made a lot of sense, and he goes, the yoga studios or the gyms or the yoga studios, they're going to need yoga teachers more than you need them, because we're the ones that's providing a service. So all in all, it's that it's that ticket. Like, if you work for yourself, you believe in yourself, and you are, you know, putting in the work for yourself and for your clients, you're not going to need to work at a gym or a studio, because you you're the business. You're the business. So, and it was something so simple, but at the same time it made a lot of sense. It's like, wow, we a lot of us working at these different jobs, those jobs need us more than we need them, because a lot of these jobs, how can they operate, you know so it really is just believing in yourself and just going out there and doing it. But for me, it took eliminating those things so I can get out of my head. Sometimes when we live in our head, it's comfortable. We're safe there. No one is there but us. No one can say anything to you about your thoughts because you are in here. Um, and sometimes it's almost like a defense mechanism, where it's like we have so much stimulation going out, especially if you're a highly sensitive person, um, or if you have ADHD or both. I am with you. If you are a highly sensitive person with ADHD, I'm telling you, the world is just, they're not ready for us. They're not. The world can be too much, so we tend to live in here. But once we start to eliminate those things, um, and in yoga, I like to refer to this as pratyahara. And traditionally, in the Indian culture, pratyahara is when you are withdrawing the senses. So this is something that I've been practicing more of. And practicing that, just like when, for me, like eliminating those negative things, people, thoughts, and then also withdrawing yourself from the environment. I find that when I do that, I am in a whole different mental state where I am able to get out of my head. And the thing is, me being in my head, like none of that has to do with any of those things. It's all in me. It's all in us because we put ourselves there. We might put a shell or a hoodie on just to cover ourselves up and bring ourselves in our head. And that's okay to do that. But eventually, you want to get out of that. You want to get out of your head and live in the present moment. Be more present, um, not so much in here. We don't want to get lost in here. We want to go in here, and refer to different things and ideas and stuff, anything of that nature. Um, but if we're going in there to hide, basically, let's get out of our head. Let's just go and do things, go and live, go and be free, go and express yourself, go and have an outlet, whatever it is. I'm just encouraging those who tend to go in the head a little bit to just go out. I don't, hopefully, if you're watching this, you have good weather where you're at. You're able to go outside and enjoy the scenery, but get out your head, get out into the world and live, you know, living peacefully, live intentionally. So yes, I don't want this video to go over and beyond. So if you are watching this, thank you so much for tuning in to Mojo's Motivational Mondays. And of course, if you're listening to my podcast, thank you so much. My website, gettingmymojoback.com, it is updated and I've been updating here and there. There are so many layers into just building anything, but it's very, very fun. I'm learning a lot with building my website. So yes, if you're not on my website, please go on there and subscribe because there are times I do offer things exclusively on the website. Um, so sign up on my website, gettingmymojoback.com, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.